Okay, class, today we're going to talk about the importance of reading and understanding what we learn in books. So, the last book we read as a class was
The Cat in the Hat.
Thank you, The Cat in the Hat. These are some things that might be important to know about the book.
The characters, the house.
Those are very important to the story. There are 6 questions we need to know when talking about a story. Do any of you have an idea of what these questions could be? That's okay, many of you aren't familiar with these questions just yet. What about the question who? Does that ring a bell for anybody?
Yeah, I know it.
You're exactly right. These 6 questions play a very important role. They are who, what, where, when, why, and how.
Oh, I know these.
Right, so the first question is who. When you think of the question who, what are some things of the story that you can put in the who category?
The cat.
Very good. That is a great example of who. Any others?
Thing 1 and thing 2.
Good, good. When you answer this question, you're going to want to put all of the characters in the book. So we have the cat, the boy, Sally, the fish, thing 1 and thing 2, and mom, right? So why are these characters in the book so important? Why do we need to know all of these characters? Because without the characters, there will be no story. There would be an empty house and there would be no story at all, right? So the characters are extremely important to tell in the story. Alright, so does anyone remember the next question?
Where?
That is one of them. Good job, but that's not the next one. The next question is what? So does anyone know how to answer that?
Like what happened in the book?
Exactly. What happened in the book? What happened in the book that stands out to all of you?
The cat came and cleaned with thing 1 and thing 2.
Good job. The ones that I picked out was that the cat in the hat came over to play with Sally and her brother. And also that the kids, the cat in the hat, thing 1 and thing 2 played games together. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Good, class. The next category is where. What would go under this category?
Sally's house.
Right. To be more specific, I put different rooms that they were in to give a little more detail. Now, if the book told us where Sally and her brother lived, that would also go under this category. Okay, next we have when. This might be a little tricky. You may have to guess on this one. This one is tricky. I put a cold and rainy day like the story told us in the beginning. Also, when their mother wasn't home, that was a tricky one. The next one is why. This might also be a tricky one.
They were stuck inside. Would that be it?
Yes, good. They were stuck inside that day because it was raining outside. Also, they had nothing to do. This is why the cat in the hat came over.
Oh, yeah.
The next category is how. Can any of you come up with an example that might fit into this category?
How they messed up the house?
This could be one. Also, maybe how they went about cleaning up after they made a big mess.
Thing 1 and thing 2 helped the cat in the hat.
Good, good. That didn't happen, didn't it? Moving on to why the questions who, what, where, why, and how are important. This is because all of the questions help tell the story and explain some detail about what actually happened in the story. Also, it describes the setting, so it would feel like you're all in the story right now. To help a little about the importance of these questions, I made a little game for all of you. It is called Name That Character. I will ask you all a couple of questions about the different characters in the book, and you will have to guess which one or ones I'm describing. The first question is, who is the little boy's sister?
Sally.
Very good, class. You seem to have gotten that one right. The next question is, who were the 2 people that came out of the fun in the box?
Thing 1 and thing 2?
Very, very good. Let's see if you can get the last one. This might be a little tricky. Who did not want the cat in the hat there while the mother was not home?
The fish?
Wow, very good. You must have all been paying close attention to this book. Now we're going to play another game called Order of Events. I'm going to put up scenes from the book that are not in order, and it will be your guys' job to put the events in order from the beginning of the book till the end. Is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here's a list of events. Now put them in order, and someone can raise their hand when they think they have the right answer. Go. I see some people are already done. Care to share what answers you have with the class?
I have first Sally and her brother had nothing to do. Then the cat came to their house. Then the cat and everyone cleaned the house. Ding 1 and 2 flew kites, and then the mom got home.
That was very close, but there are 2 events out of order. Does anyone else want to give it a try?
I think it was Sally, and her brother had nothing to do. Then the cat came over. Then Thing 1 and 2 flew their kites. Then they cleaned up, and their mom came home.
Very good, that was in perfect order. As you can see, these things are very important when we're talking about a story. All of the questions are. Right now, I'm going to pass out the book report papers so we can get started on that. But every one of you did an awesome job with the activity. Good job. And I will end with this. What would you do if your mother asked you,